If you're looking to build your own container home, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips to help you save money, save time, and make sure your build is done the right way. So the first thing that I'm going to recommend that you're going to do is get detailed drawings done for your container home. You can work with a local architect to accomplish this, or if you want to save some money, you can go ahead and work with someone online using websites like Fiverr.com. With those kinds of websites, you're going to work with third-party people that are all over the world. They can help you at least develop simple conceptual drawings, something like this, as you're trying to navigate through all the details of what you want to build. Now, the benefit of having detailed drawings for your build is that every trade that you bring into the project now knows exactly what they're going to do. This is going to prevent a lot of headaches for the subcontractors that are working on your build and for you, so that you don't have to continually explain every part of the build out. So investing in detailed plans up front not only is going to save you time, it's going to save you money, and it's going to make sure that the actual layout of your home is optimized for what you want to accomplish. And next, you'll want to consider outsourcing all of your structural work. Yes, this is something you could do on site. Yeah, you can learn how to weld, but there's a lot of time savings and even sometimes cost savings by outsourcing it completely. So when it comes to cutting out the holes for all of your windows and all of your doors, and then reinforcing them with the proper tube steel, we recommend just working with a container fabrication company. Usually the company that you buy your container from has a division that can do modifications. So they can do cutouts, they can do reinforcements, and this is a way to jumpstart your build and get your unit already partially completed. And next, I want to talk about water infiltration. This is one of those things that could cause you a ton of issues if you don't do it properly. So first off, I would recommend adding drip edges above all of your doors and windows, especially if you do not have a roof on your container. If you have a roof, if it has an overhang, then that's not going to be required. But a lot of times with container homes, a way to save money is to not even put a roof on it, depending on where it's going to be going. It provides a lot of cost savings. But what that means is that all the water that lands on your roof is now going to get pushed to the sides and run down the walls of your container, meaning right down the face of your windows. This could lead to water getting to the inside of your unit, and that's the last thing you want. So add drip edges up top. Number 2, you want to make sure that the windows that you're using are fin windows. So there's different ways and different types of windows you can use. We like using a window that has a fin around the perimeter of it. We then install it from the inside. You want to check out one of our full videos on window installation. But just remember that fin windows, install them from the inside, and use OSI QuadMax to properly seal them. Now for this unit, we did spray foam insulation for the interior sidewalls, the ceiling, and the underside of the container. Now that is the right type of insulation to use for container homes. Container homes are metal. They have the ability to sweat on the inside of them, creating condensation and moisture, which if you have wood studs, if you have certain types of walls, it's going to lead to a lot of issues. By using closed cell spray foam, especially at a 3-inch depth or thickness, it's going to provide a vapor barrier. This means the inside of your container is not going to sweat, and you can rest assured that you will not have moisture issues. Lastly, when it comes to your interior wall finishes, you could go with products like MDF shiplap or wood shiplap. My personal favorite, because it's the most cost effective and it's the easiest to outsource or sub out, is simply using drywall. Now, when you're going to do drywall, you can go with a textured orange peel type of a look, or you can go with a smooth finish. This is an example of a smooth finish application. I recommend going this direction if you want more of that modern feel on the inside. It's cost effective and it gives you a nice clean finish look. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're looking for more tips on building your first container home, you're going to want to check out our free online training. It's 60 minutes long. I basically walk through step by step some of the things that we were able to do to save time on our builds, to save money on our builds. Ultimately, it's a great resource for you. You can check that out linked in the description below, and I'll see you on the next video.